Comic-Con, the week of the nerd, the geek, and the pixel. Join us for a look back at this year's San Diego Comic-Con. The San Diego Comic-Con has evolved over the years with the introduction of movies, willing female attendees, and more recently, video games. What was once a small dark booth tucked away has quickly transformed into a living, breathing space on the show floor, dedicated solely to the year's biggest titles. We were invited down, Red Helmet included, to talk about the games you can look forward to playing later this year and beyond. Before the event started, we were invited to check out EA's pre-show, where we got to talk about Left 4 Dead 2, Dead Space Extraction, and Brutal Legend with Tim Schafer himself. Later, we checked out the all-new Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Singularity with Activision. But the best part was talking to the legendary Stan Lee himself.
Excelsior!
Thanks for keeping it real, Stan. Later, we headed over to the THQ booth and talked about Darksiders. The guys were nice enough to kick a snot-nosed little kid out of the way and let me play and then die shortly thereafter. Thanks, guys. After that, we got to take a look at Marvel Superhero Squad for the Wii. It's shaping up to be a mix between Super Smash Bros. And the Marvel Universe while staying true to the upcoming TV show. Next, we moved over to the NC Soft booth to talk about Ion, their all-new MMORPG. The game runs on the CryEngine, most famously used for the Far Cry series. Expect the game later this fall. We were later invited to sit down for a one-on-two with Remedy to talk about Alan Wake. The way the game is shaping up, it sounds like the creators are taking the addictive nature of shows like Lost and interjecting them into their game. No word on downloadable episodes, but it could be one way to keep the fans hooked. Stay tuned for more info on that. Afterwards, we got to check out Assassin's Creed 2. Nothing crazy new here, but the game is still looking great. Fingers crossed to get rid of the repetition, and then we'll be ready to go. Speaking of playing it all before, we later scored an interview with EA to talk about Dante's Inferno. Think God of War meets, God, and you get the idea. We even got to see Cliffy B, well, everywhere, and finally got him to stop moving around long enough to answer a few questions. Think it's safe to say we'll be seeing plenty of Gears of War in the years to come. There were plenty of panels at this year's event, and picking the right ones to cover was a difficult choice to make. So we decided to bite the bullet and cut in line at the Old Republic panel. Story appears to be the main drive for BioWare's all-new title, and should hopefully give MMO fans something new to look forward to. 2K was also on the show floor with Borderlands and Bioshock 2. No new info or footage was shown, but Invader Zim creator Jonan Vasquez was signing some of his exclusive art. Awesome. Sadly, ODST was absent from the show floor, but the biggest news about Halo was the debut of Halo Legends, an all-new Japanese anime. We also snagged a couple of exclusive posters that will be given away in some shape or form. Check out our Twitter feed for more info on that. And even though he's separated himself from the Halo franchise, we were invited to talk to Neil Blomkamp about District 9. Take a look.
It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be clean. Best of all, it's gonna be quiet.
It's not that they chose to come to Earth. It's more, I love the idea that they're this kind of hive, you know, like an insect hive, and the queen and the elites, the upper class of their society has died off. They don't have any direction or any real particular goal. So the ship sort of just autopilots to the closest life-sustaining planet, and that's where the story begins. There'll be a lot of instances where I'm like, oh shit, this could be such a good game. You know, I feel like the platform of games and what they offer is a place that I'd like to be working, because it's, I love the idea of an open kind of universe with a whole bunch of, you know, weapons and a whole lot of design. I love the simplicity of being able to really just go into like the total nerd geekery of like all the weapons in the world and the vehicles and everything that games offer.
Check back for the full interview coming soon to a screen near you. I like to rhyme. Alright guys, that's the show for our exclusive Comic-Con coverage. As always, be sure to follow us on Twitter. I already told you to. Just keep doing it. We'll be going back to our normal schedule next week, so we'll see you then. Thanks again to everyone at Comic-Con on and off the show floor. Hopefully we'll be seeing you at PAX, if you can make it. And a very special thanks to Drew for the Stan Lee photo we used in our YouTube thumbnail. You win stuff. Later.